students of philanthropy, welcome to this brief tutorial. This tutorial is about using shapes in PowerPoint to construct the flowchart. The goal is to create a flowchart detailing the ways that you can help people. What I have in front of you is an example of the end product. What I will show you in this video is how to put the flowchart together. Then you will construct one on your own, and I encourage you to be creative in your work. What you're viewing on the screen presently is just an example. I encourage you, be creative in how you would like your output to be displayed. The chart should have a mission statement. In addition, you are to list 2 statements on the type of outreach that interests you and an arrow connecting each to a circle where you bring those statements full circle and say where you're going to volunteer. For your review, for these instructions of this assignment, I will post them on the What Path Will You Take tab of week 4 on the website. I would like for you to read the instructions carefully before beginning your work. Let's begin. Once you have PowerPoint open, you will do all of the necessary steps within PowerPoint on the Home tab of your screen, which we have open here. The first step is to create a new slide. So I'm going to click the New Slide button, and I am going to suggest that you use the title slide. So where it says click to add title, I'm going to click in that area, and I'm just going to type mission statement. But in this location, that's where you're going to actually type your mission statement. Now, I had chosen a background color for my first slide here. I'd like for you to choose a background color as well. And the way that you do that is you right click on the slide and you go to Format Background, and you can use a solid fill, and off the color area here, select a color that you like. Lighter colors usually work best as a background, and then you could apply that. So the next thing I'd like for you to do is notice this area here that appears in the drawing location. What we need to do up here is we need to select the rectangle. So I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to bring my insertion point down on the slide, and I'm going to click and drag to drag that rectangle onto my slide. Then I need to add a text box because I would like for you to add text in this location. So go back up to the drawing location, choose text box, and come down and click and drag into the rectangle so that you could add some text. Now in this location, I'm asking you to choose where you can help. For example, my interests are in health and community services. You can maybe choose, child care or education, whatever interests you in helping people. Please type that information on your slide. So I'm just going to follow suit with what I did previously, and I'm going to type health, and I'm just going to click out of that location. But I want to call your attention to the fact that you can go up to the font area and choose a different font, or even to make that font appear larger. Change the color. Be creative. Next, I'd like for you to go up to the drawing location and choose the down arrow and come down onto your slide and click and drag, and then you can move that around to resize it. Next, I'd like for you to go back up to the drawing location and choose the oval, and come down and click and drag and draw the oval. Now we need to put a text box inside the oval so that we can type how you're going to help with the topic that you chose above in the rectangle. So for my example, I'm going to help in a local hospital. So I'm going to go up to my text box location and click on that, come into my oval, click and drag, and I'm going to type local hospital. Okay, and again, you can go up to your font location and make your text appear bigger. You can center the text, whatever you'd like to do. I am going to change the background of the rectangle so that the color is a little different. So I right click on the rectangle, I go to Format Shape, and under Color, I'm just going to choose a different color and say Close. I'm going to repeat that process with the down arrow. So I select it, and then I right click, and I choose Format Shape, and I just choose a color that I think would look nice together. So I need to, again, recreate these same 3 shapes on the right side of my layout here. So a little shortcut is to hold your Shift key down, take your mouse and click your text box, your rectangle, your down arrow, your text box, and your oval. Once you have the items selected, you can see that they're selected because they have lines, circles, meaning that they're all selected. You could right click and choose Copy. You can click out of that location, right click, paste, and then they're all combined together, and then you can move them over to the right side. That saves just a little tip that saves you a little bit of time. So I'm going to go in this area here, and I'm going to first off correct my spelling and correct it over here. I'm going to actually take this text out, and I'm going to say what the other mission is that I am interested in serving, and that is community service. So I type community service, and then how am I going to help in the field of community service? And I'm going to do that through the local, volunteering at the local food bank. And I'm going to type that in. So to distinguish the 2 sets, I'm going to change the color of the rectangle and the arrow on this side. Or you can keep it the same. It's up to you. So I'm going to right click, go to Format Shape, and I'm going to choose blue and close. And then I'm going to right click on the arrow, and I'm Format Shape, and I'm going to just choose a green and close. So now I've accomplished the task of creating the slide and showing you how to create the slide that you'll be responsible in creating. Now you see that I don't have these lined up, but you can go through that process and line them up. You can do a grouping to move everything at one time by holding your Shift key down and clicking on all of the items, including the text boxes. And once you have all the items selected, you can right click. I can do that again, I'm sorry. Select everything, right click, and you can say group and group. So this way everything becomes one, and it allows you to move the objects all together. So I would like for you to go to the week 4 tab of the website. I'd like for you to print the directions and walk through the steps. And once you're done, I'd like for you to post your PowerPoint presentation onto Google Docs. Thank you, and I'm available for questions if needed.